So, Mr. President, if you would.
I'm calling the Temple of Hev Shalom Board meeting to order at 10:30 on August 12th.
11 o'clock.
Thank you.
1964.
1964. Okay, so here's a summary for those of you who haven't been paying attention. Temple of Hev Shalom is an old congregation in Mississippi. Its members represent a cross-section of the community. Some of the wealthier members have made it possible in recent years to build the synagogue's current building, which includes a beautiful sanctuary, a spacious social hall, and an expanded school wing. A few days ago, a group of northern civil rights activists, including a number of rabbis, arrived in town. Word on the street is that the group is planning to protest the segregation of lunch counters in town. One of the rabbis traveling with the civil rights activists has also been in touch with the congregation's rabbi and president, and is hoping that members of the congregation might provide housing for some of the group, since local whites-only hotels haven't been very welcoming. The president and rabbi agree that this is a matter for the temple board, and have called an emergency meeting to decide what the congregation should do. So, if anybody wants to share their opinion, you can raise your hand. Okay.
So I'm Jamie. I have a son in college, and he's gotten really involved in protesting and working for equal rights. And my concern is his safety. So I think, with that in mind, I think we should be concerned about these people's safety for fighting for a good cause. And I think it's important that we all keep them in our houses so that we can be safe.
Yes, you.
All right, so I'm Jess. My husband and I, we have kids, and we also have African Americans that work for us at our house. But it's totally cool. We get along, and we feel really connected to them, and they voice their concerns to us all the time about their families and how they're being treated in the South. And we feel like if people are coming down and they need a place to stay that are trying to help these people, then we should do everything we can to accommodate for them.
Yes.
I'm the rabbi, and as much as I believe in helping everybody, I first am putting the safety of my people and our congregation, and I've been hearing news of other southern temples and synagogues being bombed, and I'm nervous that that may happen to us, so I do not believe that we should house these people.
I'm Alex. I've been from this town, and I'm not very religious. My family owns a store that serves both blacks and whites. And throughout my life, I'm not religious, but what I do believe in is the basic Jewish values of helping those who are less than you, and helping those that are in need. And these people are obviously in need. They need our assistance, and they're less fortunate than us, and we believe in equality, that everyone is equal, and we need to help further that cause.
Hey, I'm Sarah. We decided to move here because the school's really good, and my sister, she lives in Chicago, and they have integrated schools, and the education has dropped because of that, so we don't want that happening, because then that would ruin the point of having good schools down here if they be integrated.
I agree with the rabbi and Sarah. I'm the Tannenbaum, by the way. And I've been traveling around to move around with my aging mother, and the temple is what I belonged to when I was little, and so my entire family has grown up here, and this is where my roots are, and I believe in a strong education, and by housing these people, we are putting our temple and our community in danger.
I'm Abe Rosenberg, and I've lived in this town my whole life. My family grew up here. We were members of the temple since it started, and we've had a family business, and I have 2 young children. I don't think it's very safe if we do this, and business will go down because if other people in town don't support it, so I don't think we should.
Before we get to rebuttals and stuff, does anybody who has not shared their opinion yet want to share? Okay, so right. So if anybody would like to provide to start arguing, I guess. To recap, there were some points about the safety of the town and of our families and our community is a reason to deny these people help, and another reason to support them is because Judaism is in support of supporting others, and we have a lot of people who are for the civil rights movement. So anybody want to counter that?
Yeah, okay, so I'm also Jess. I think that something we're not really considering is that a couple people have voiced their concerns for the safety of the synagogue, but I think we need to realize that the African Americans who are currently on those freedom rides and that are currently protesting have to live in that danger every single day of their lives. And so is it really fair for us to, risk a couple of days of danger when just to help all these people who have to live with this danger every single day of their life just for being who they are?
And also, Jamie, my son is one of these people who's going to be going to the protest. I'd rather him be at my house, where that might be dangerous, to go to someone else's house where that might be dangerous, instead of at my house. And also, these people do have Jewish values, and that's why they're doing these things. We're going to love them.
And to add to that, I think if we're not going to ask them, then no one will. And this is something that is important to us as Jews. So we should. It's like, I think it's bigger than us. So we should consider that.
Does anybody want to counter that? Yeah.
I want to go off there.
Oh, sure.
Also, going off what you said, as Jews throughout our history, we've been relatively nomadic in those new homes where we lived on, even if we weren't fighting for our safety. And these people both need homes and need their safety, so we know from our history that it's important to open our arms.
Okay. Something to think about that some people have said is that while it may be only a couple days of staying here, the rest of the community will still have to deal with the repercussions after the activists leave, because they'll know that we're in support of the civil rights movement. So we'll have to deal with this. Like, we live here, and our businesses are here, and our children grow up here. So just something to think about. Does anybody have any other opinions? Okay, then does somebody want to make a motion to either support the activists, not support the activists, or a separate suggestion that one of you may have?
Motion to support the activists.
There's a motion to support the activists. Is there a second? Second heard by Jamie. What? Oh.
You guys have it.
Well,
Okay,
all right.
yeah, please rise, state your name.
Is there a call? Call it by the board. Is there a dissent? Okay.
What if we support them anonymously by providing money for them to stay in hotels, so it's not really putting us in danger, but at the same time helping them?
You would take them?
The hotels weren't hazardous, you said?
Yeah, the hotels were saying that they were refusing.
Yeah, there we go.
It's not because they don't have the money; it's because they're not well. It's good though. Not quite, yeah.
I think that's a good idea, but the whole kind of, let's do something anonymously. It doesn't defeat the purpose, but we shouldn't, but if we're going to support, I think if we're going to support them, we should support them full-heartedly and loud and proudly.
Okay.
Hear, hear.
So do you withdraw your consent? Okay. Then we'll vote on it. So for all those in favor of supporting the activists, please raise your hand. Well, wait, only
one half of the
person of the characters. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 people in support.
Yeah.
All those who say we should not support them. 3.
We'll abstain.
Okay. And all those who abstain.
Oink.
1. So that drops the, and still 4 is okay, so let it be resolved that we will support the activists.
Woo!
Wonderful job, and Yasha Koach to Mr. President over there. So let's take a step back now from your characters and look at it from our current perspective. Which of the arguments that were voiced during that debate makes sense to you as 2011 teenagers?
To support them.
To support them, why? What reason?
Because I think that as much as like safety has become more of an issue as time passes, like civil rights have been, like we've been more supportive of everybody, and the Jewish people have made it a point to protect others and welcome everybody. So I think it would be, in present day, it would be the decision would be to protect them.
Okay. What other perspectives?
I think what Kevin said kind of really